The first time it happened, I blamed myself. I came home from work around 6:30 p.m., juggling grocery bags, already thinking about dinner. As I stepped into my hallway, something felt off immediately. That subtle, instinctive wrongness you notice before you consciously understand it. My apartment door was open. It wasn't wide open, just slightly ajar. I stood there for a few seconds, staring at it, convinced I'd simply forgotten to lock it that morning. I was tired, rushed. It happens. Still, I checked inside cautiously. Everything looked normal. No drawers open, no lights on, nothing missing. I locked the door, double-checked the deadbolt, and moved on with my night. I forgot about it by morning. The second time happened 3 days later. I came home late, close to midnight. This time, the door wasn't ajar. It was unlocked. I knew it immediately. The key turned too easily. That's when unease set in. I always lock my door. Habit. Muscle memory. Keys out, door closed, deadbolt locked. Every single time. I stood outside longer this time, listening. No sounds from inside. No movement. So I went in. Again, nothing obvious was wrong, but something felt shifted. The chair by the kitchen table wasn't where I remembered it. Not dramatically moved, just angled slightly differently. I stood there staring at it, trying to convince myself I was imagining things. That night, I slept with my bedroom door locked. Over the next 2 weeks, it kept happening. Sometimes the door was unlocked, sometimes it was open, just a crack. Nothing was stolen, not once. But the details kept adding up. The bathroom fan left on, a cabinet door open, the faint smell of cologne that wasn't mine. Each time, the apartment looked like someone had used it, but carefully, respectfully, like a guest who didn't want to leave a mess. I started checking the closets and under the bed every time I came home. I bought a rubber door wedge. It wasn't expensive, but it gave me peace of mind. I wedged it under the door every night before bed. The first morning, it was still there. The second morning, too. On the third morning, it was gone. Not pushed aside. Gone. I searched the apartment, top to bottom. It didn't exist anymore. That was the first time I genuinely considered calling the police. But what would I even say? Someone keeps unlocking my door but not stealing anything? I sounded paranoid just thinking it. I went to the leasing office the next day. They checked all the maintenance logs, no entries, no emergency access, no lock changes. The woman behind the desk assured me no one had entered my apartment. Then, she said something that stuck with me. You'd be surprised how often tenants misplace their spare keys. I wasn't reassured. I was terrified. The footprint appeared on a Sunday morning. Barely visible. Just a faint outline on the carpet near my bedroom doorway. But it was facing inward, toward the bed. Like someone had stood there for a long time, watching. I didn't sleep in my apartment that night. The police took it seriously when I showed them the footprint. They dusted for prints, checked locks, asked questions. 2 days later, they called me back. There was a former tenant, someone who'd been evicted months earlier. He never returned his spare key. He'd been moving between empty apartments in the building, sleeping, showering, watching, waiting. He admitted to staying in mine longer than others because I never noticed. Before they took him away, one of the officers told me something I'll never forget. They asked the man why he chose my apartment. He said, it felt safe, quiet. Then he added, the last one didn't notice either. They never told me what happened to the last tenant. and I didn't ask. This has been Velvet Dread. Sleep well, if you can. If you enjoyed this story, like and subscribe for more stories like this, narrated by an actual human.